Hi, everyone. Mixed reality is revolutionizing the way we work today, and it's only going to accelerate from here. Good morning. My name is Sahni, and I'm delighted to be here with you today. As a channel director at Meta, my job is to help companies adopt new technologies that will help their employees feel more connected, collaborative, and empowered at work. Today, we are going to talk about 3 things. If only this clicker works. There you go. First, why businesses are using mixed reality today. Second, how our ecosystem continues to innovate. And third, what to look out for later this year. Mixed reality is not just looking into the future of work. It's delivering real value today, not just to people at home, but also to businesses. But it's easy to overlook that business use, because it is true to say that to date, it's the gaming consumers that have driven the success and growth in VR. But if you look at the history of technology adoption, right from the use of personal computers to the internet and cell phones, time and time again, we have seen how important businesses have been to scale that technology adoption. Think about it. Most people didn't know what a personal computer was until they saw one in their office. They didn't know how versatile a cell phone could be until they started sending work emails using their BlackBerries. But once we understood the utility of those devices, not only did we use them at work, but we also brought them into our homes. And that same trend is being repeated with mixed reality. So how are businesses using mixed reality today? We see MR driving business outcomes across 4 key areas. The first, learning and development. Companies are simulating real-world scenarios so that people who do dangerous jobs, like firefighters, airplane pilots, can practice in safe spaces. They're also running soft skills trainings, such as running diversity and inclusion experiences, onboarding new hires, and of course, doing customer role-play engagements. Second, creativity and design. Here, think about building information modeling, where a client can inspect a factory's digital twin early on and spot design issues. Third, meetings and collaboration. Here, what we are seeing is that technology is able to transport you into deep, immersive experiences, allowing for better collaboration and more productive meetings, especially when not everyone can be in the same place. This is perfect for client presentations and brainstorming sessions. And finally, the one that we feel strongly about, building community. Mixed reality is actually giving employees a way to discover their co-workers easily and to also have co-working spaces where they can work throughout the day. We are very lucky to be working with hundreds of companies that are already putting some of these solutions to practice. And I'm excited to share the success stories of a few of them with you today. Let me share the MR journey of Pfizer. I'll take you back to late 2020. We are in the middle of a global lockdown. And for Pfizer, it became a run to finding a vaccine that would save millions of lives and help the world return to normal. After the true heroic efforts of their scientists and partners, Pfizer's 2019 vaccine was approved in December 2020. But that was really just the beginning. Once the vaccine was approved, Pfizer had to manufacture billions of doses of that life-saving drug, and they had to do it fast. That meant training hundreds of new operators, but with factory lines operating 24/7 under strict guidelines, training on the floor was off the limits. So what did they do? Well, they actually decided to use MetaQuest in order to start training people in a practical but a less pressured environment. Because they had limited access to the physical space, they created a digital twin of the factory unit in order to create an environment for immersive learning. They translated a 100-page standard operating procedure document into a suite of VR training apps. By doing that, they allowed people to start training and doing those repeated tasks outside of their factory lines so that they could get trained faster and in a more practical setup. They also developed behavioral training to teach best practices, leveraging MetaQuest's haptic and speed tracking features. Let's take a quick look, actually, at their solution in practice.
And I am the product manager for the virtual reality design and development team at Pfizer Digital Manufacturing. In this video, you are seeing how we use virtual reality technology to address training challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. We were able to successfully deploy over 500 MetaQuest 2 devices and train new operators across various sites. We were able to build virtual twins that recreated environments at the plant that could be used for VR and immersive training. In these immersive training environments, we were able to translate and convert 100-page SOP documents into a suite of VR training apps to create more immersive and hands-on learning experiences. This removed boundaries and enabled our operators and staff to have unlimited repetitions in a low-risk environment without disturbing production. We also were able to address behavioral training and teach good manufacturing practices using the MetaQuest haptic speed tracking features.
So why did Pfizer choose MetaQuest? Their decision to partner with us was based on trust and familiarity. MetaQuest devices are the most recognized name in the VR space. We have earned the reputation of delivering high-quality immersive experiences at an affordable cost. And for Pfizer, familiarity was key when it came to spreading this new technology amongst new users. And now let's talk about results. In 2022, Pfizer delivered on its commitment to manufacture 4.5 billion doses of the COVID-19 vaccine worldwide. Training in VR helped make that a possibility. By implementing VR in just one of their production units, they were able to reduce the training time by 40%. That translated to $23,000 in savings for every trainer-trainee pair. Pfizer also delivered a 3D replica of a complex production unit where trainees learned about sterile injectable manufacturing, learning live in front of their trainers. When we asked them about learning this type of content in VR versus traditional methods, 87% voted in favor of VR. And these incredible results were industry recognized. As you can see, Pfizer's Smart Factory won several awards in 2023. Pfizer is a great example of a company that is using MR to transform business results. But we are actually seeing companies also use MR to deliver better experiences for their customers. Let's talk about Lufthansa. What you're seeing here is a mixed reality experience that I had the opportunity to try myself. Here, it lets customers try or get a feel of Lufthansa's new first-class cabin seat without actually needing to sit on a plane. It's like try before you buy, but for an airplane seat. Now, traditionally, what Lufthansa used to do was actually carry these physical seats to exhibitions around the world. You can imagine that isn't particularly fun logistically. But with mixed reality, they were able to get over 10,000 customers through this experience in just 6 months and saved around 90% in costs. It's so great to be able to share all these stories with you. We are proud that MetaQuest is fueling this kind of success. But we know that hardware is just part of the story. It's the experiences that you have when you're using these devices that really brings that magic to life. And so without the people who create these experiences, i.e. our technology partners and ISVs, we know we'd really only be selling a beautiful piece of glass and plastic. So let's talk about how our ecosystem of partners continues to innovate to drive business-critical solutions. Over the last 18 months, a large part of our focus has been developing partnerships to bring a lot of VR experiences into our MetaQuest App Store and to integrate them directly into our products. In fact, we have over 900 independent software vendors that are building work content today. which means that there are a wide variety of applications already available that map to the 4 use cases that I just talked about. Building out this community and making sure that this catalog continues to grow is a big priority for us. And so we've put together a short sizzle reel to actually celebrate some of the launches that we've announced this year and to give you a sneak peek of what's coming in the future. That was a lot that we covered in that video. So let me pause and double-click on some of the huge names that we've been working with to bring all of them into our Quest devices. What you saw in there was Adobe's 3D modeler app that lets creative people sculpt in VR. You also saw the ability to join a Zoom meeting in Meta's Horizon Workrooms. And then, of course, there was Microsoft Mesh that will take the training and onboarding use cases to a whole new level. But that's not it. We're actually working on a whole new variety of experiences that we'll be bringing to you soon, including Windows 365, joining Microsoft Teams in Horizon Workrooms, and of course, the Mural whiteboarding app that you saw. Well, for all the progress that we've just showcased, we know it doesn't count for much if we don't have the infrastructure in place that allows businesses to make that leap into mixed reality with confidence. And so that's why last year we announced Meta Quest for Business, our solution that makes these devices work ready. It has been an open beta, and over the last 12 months, we've actually worked with lots of customers and understood that there are 3 big things that they are looking for. First, they are looking for a simple way to deploy Quest devices securely and at scale. Second, IT admins want more flexibility over the end user experience. And then finally, customers actually want to use shared device mode because they are seeing training as an immediate use case in VR. Here's the good news. We've actually incorporated all of these lessons and evolved our product. And I'm excited to say that Meta Quest for Business, our paid subscription for all businesses, will be available later this year. Let's do a quick recap of exactly what that product will include. First, it will have identity and access management so that you can ensure you can securely manage access to your devices. Next, it will have first and third-party device management so that you can configure headsets in our admin console or via our trusted partners like Microsoft Intune or VMware Workspace ONE. Next, app management controls, so you can deploy the right applications to the right people. And then, of course, customer support, so that you know where to get help when you need it. And above all, shared mode, because we know that you want to be able to use your Meta Quest devices across multiple people. Now, Quest for Business is joining a wider portfolio of products that will power the evolution of work. But that's not the only product that we've been working on. Earlier this month, Mark Zuckerberg announced Meta Quest 3. In fact, you saw Ori talk about it. It's our latest hardware line that actually has powerful specs, advanced ergonomics, and the power of MR at an affordable price. We also showed you how our technology partners and our independent software vendors are expanding the value of our platform with work apps that are ready to be utilized immediately. And we are also partnering with system integrators, the likes of PwC, Accenture, and Deloitte, that can help companies make that start into their MR journey. It has never been easier to make that leap into mixed reality, no matter what business outcomes you're trying to achieve. And it's only going to get better from here. I know we covered a lot, so I'm going to do a quick summary before I go. First, mixed reality is revolutionizing the way we work today. Businesses are using mixed reality to be more efficient, more connected, and collaborative, and driving business outcomes. Meta's ecosystem is fueling that momentum and delivering innovative integrations with the likes of Adobe and Microsoft. And finally, we are expanding our product portfolio for work with two big launches that I talked about, Quest for Business and Meta Quest 3, that will help companies embrace the power of mixed reality. I honestly believe it has never been a more exciting time to work on this technology. We have the opportunity to build something completely new, to pioneer new experiences, and to reshape the way people work. I hope you share that optimism with me. And if you're excited to learn more, then please do come say hi to me or to one of our MetaMates at our booth at the Expo later today. Thank you so much for listening. We look forward to partnering with you to transform your business.